black community. It's a black environment with black women and black children in it.
It's Uncle Remus, spinning his warm, funny stories.
What black women are doing, I don't care. They're their own group. When they decide to work with us, they will. Otherwise, they won't. And they don't have to. They have their own power, their own productivity. They don't need us for anything. And I'm okay with that.
The key to happiness is to eliminate all black women from your life. I mean, look at me. No black women in my life. Look how happy I am. I'm happy as a nigga with a new gun.
Now, Ruckus, that is preposterous.
But does anyone see that? No. Does anyone care about that? No. All they see is an aggressive black girl talking.
Marcelo on track. Marcelo on track.
Baby, if you got someone on the side, can you let me know? 'Cause I don't wanna waste my time. No, girl, I don't wanna waste my time. Whoa. Don't wanna waste my time. 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 Don't wanna waste my time.
Welcome to the show. That like button, y'all. What is good, everybody? Let me bring this down a little bit. Let me talk you guys into this one tonight. How y'all doing out there, man? Thank y'all so much for coming through. Hope everybody's having a good evening. It's almost 10 o'clock on the East Coast. This is officially a Quiet Storm live stream. I thought I would ease into this with a nice R&B rhythm. You feel me? We're going to get into something. First off, I want to give a couple of shout-outs. 2 shout-outs. Kind of been the inspirational drive for what we're going to do tonight. First off, shout-out to Keep It 100. Right away. Big shout-out to Keep It 100. Because I noticed what he's been doing lately on the show is getting back to the basics of it all. I remember having a conversation sort of in the back chats with my little gang. Shout out to my gang. I was having a conversation a while ago with the gang, and I was telling them, like, this was right around the time when the Black Manosphere really started to be like a thing. And I noticed it was becoming a little bit different at the same time as it was getting more popular. And the comment I remember, and some guys will remember me saying this because, you know, there's a handful of y'all probably listening right now, but I remember saying this back then. These niggas are gonna water down the red pill. I didn't trust these niggas with the red pill. They were going to water it down. For the love of Keisha, they were going to water down the red pill. That's why I didn't like the idea of the Black Manosphere kind of being the face of the Manosphere at the time. But it is what it is. Things happen the way they happen. And I'm pretty much proving myself right. Now we're in the co-ed Manosphere. And so Keep It 100, he has kind of rediscovered the original OG Manosphere. You know, guys like Thug Titian and whatnot. And in rediscovering the OG Manosphere, he actually is tapping into something that we actually can't let die, which was the original ideas and argumentation that made all this possible. Because, you know, in the middle of the co-ed panels and all the debates about nothing and the this and that, we kind of lost the rhythm of the red pill. Too much time talking to women, too much time fronting for chicks that you wasn't never gonna smash no way. Niggas kind of lost the rhythm of it all. Niggas lost the idea of it all. And they lost the spirit of it all. They diluted the red pill. They stepped on my goddamn pills, bro. Now all we're left with is stepped on, hand me down, watered up red pill. Damn things don't even hit like they used to. Some of you niggas out here with pink pills. Some of you niggas out here selling blue pills in a red wrapper. Got blue pills in a red box, y'all. It's wicked what be going on out here, man. That's why you couldn't. I knew it. I left you niggas alone with the red pill for a couple of years, and now these bitches out here thinking they the table. You were questioning their very existence a couple of years ago. Now they're an entire table. Jesus Christ. And as much as I want to blame niggas, you know, we are going back to some old school black men because despite what the haters may tell you, black men were ground zero with this red pill shit. A lot of the OG red pill black guy, a lot of the OG red pill content creators were black men, both here and abroad. And so before there was ever an actual oh, you know what? Let me actually say this other part too. Shout out to my gang, by the way. Shout out to my gang. Because Freeze on Lou in particular, he put this up in the email circle. You know, the secret society. We don't ask y'all for nothing. But Free Zone, he put this in our email chain, and it got me thinking about Patrice O'Neal. So we're gonna kind of cover one of the videos, the video Free Zone sent, and something else we're gonna use to lead up into that. But thank you guys so much for pulling up. Hit that like button, y'all. We're gonna get right into this. Shout out to Kun Lee with the 5-ball right away, $5 super chat. Been a minute, bro. Salute. Thank you, bro. Right back at you. Right back at you. We are going to get this thing moving. Pull up a chair, y'all. Hit that like button. Throw $1 in the hat, y'all.
Give me the money. Give me the money for all that I would do. Give me the money.
And shout out to Dolomite with the $2 super chat. We bringing back that 100% pure, uncut red pill. This is a fish scale red pill. Straight off the boat. When I was putting this together, it's like when you buy your dope and you don't even speak English for the whole day when you was on that mission. This is how pure that shit is. You gotta speak Guala to get pure. You gotta speak Guala to get dope this pure, bro. That's all I'm saying. Niggas ain't had red pills this pure in a long time. They don't speak the language no more. You gotta remember how to speak the language. You want your shit this pure. We gotta get back to the original pure, uncut pills. So, and keeping up with the wave that Keeping 100 started, we are getting back to the original uncut pure red pills. Like this video, people. Shout out, rest in peace to Patrice O'Neal. He walked it, he talked it until he died. God damn, he was a legend.
You think this might be why we're not?
I love honest shit, man.
Yeah, it's the only way. But when you do that, have you ever pushed them? Have people walked?
I used to walk because I do a lot of stuff about women. I generally don't like what women are.
Which is what?
As I generally don't like living in a world where being what a man is a horrible thing, and no matter what a woman is, it's a wonderful thing.
You know, I don't really think about this in my general day-to-day. You know, you see girls, they're pretty. Sometimes they smile, they're nice. You know, it's cool, regular shit. But when I get on these panels and I actually sometimes talk to some of these women, I have that feeling. It smacks me right in the face. Like, I don't like what you are. It inspires all kind of like bile and venom somewhere from a place in my soul I didn't even know was there until you just pissed me the fuck off with your existence. Like, I don't like what they are.
This is what they're doing. They are society. They're bringing men down and women are up, but they don't understand women are getting their cue from men. Meaning, so if you're a woman and you're going, I want to be the most successful, whatever I want to be, you're looking at the most successful man. You're competing mentally with men. I want to get the most. Women aren't going, I want to be. Why don't women think in terms of the king and queen system? It's a beautiful system.
This is pretty much the condensation of the Patrice O'Neal male-female methodology boiled down into the king-queen system. He has great analogies, great metaphors and visualizations, but the king-queen system is a great one. He's got another one that's going to come up in a little bit, but I love the idea of the king-queen system because ultimately monogamy itself is fundamentally it's a microcosm of the king and queen, right? It's like, so you got the king and the queen. Like when you go to a wedding and you see like a traditional wedding cake, there's like a man and a woman resting on top of like effectively like a pyramid. Like it's like a 3-layer cake. There's a big round base, and there's like some little support structure. There's another little base, and there's a tiny little support structure and another base on top of that. And then you have the man and the woman staring down like the king and the queen. The king-queen system is supposed to work that way, whether you're the actual king or you're just a pauper who has a wife.
The system is, if I'm a man okay, and I see a fucking bum woman, a woman has nothing, she's dumb,
Yeah.
fucking, if I marry her, she's now the highest level she can be. She's the queen.
Mm-hmm.
You can't get higher than the queen.
Right.
It's a great position.
Right.
It's the baddest bitch in the land, but the queen is the king's bitch. But
The queen is the king's bitch. Anybody else can get it. Anybody else, head's gonna roll, sparks gonna fly, furniture's gonna be moving, furniture might levitate. But underneath all of that, it should never be forgotten that the queen is the king's bitch. And that's how it is. God said so.
here's the reverse. And this is why these dominant women who can't find happiness is because the queen in this system, if it's just the queen, right? And the Queen of England is the queen because her father didn't have any sons. So he didn't have a king to take her. So she had his heir was a woman. So now she's the queen with no king. When she gets married, that guy is not the king.
And that is why relationships that are severely economically lopsided do not work for men. This is why they tell men to avoid stuff like moving into a woman's house, or guys, when they date a woman with a lot of money, somehow it always becomes a problem. Because no matter how you slice it, it is like a biological reality that is inescapable for neither the male nor the woman. As a man, I am almost primed. I'm like wired to elevate you as my wife. Wherever I go, we go. And if you've been loyal to me, I'm happy to have you beside me. But as a woman, and this is what's weird about like the modern world with women having money and women, you know, girls can do it all and all of that stuff. As a woman, you are not wired to drag me along through all of your success and your struggles. You are not wired to drag me to greatness. Like as a woman, it is not within your heart of hearts to elevate me to my highest level. As a man, it is within the desire of my love that you reach your greatness. I have a fullness and a capacity of love that dictates I should help you reach a level of greatness, right? As a woman, it is very difficult for you to see that in a man who is not already ahead of you, who is not already more than you, who is not already doing things greater than you, because then you get to help him. But for you to be great and then somehow you got to make him great, it rubs women the wrong way. It rubs men the wrong way. And oftentimes the people who manage to do that, very few of them actually have like relationship happiness. Like very few relationships even start out that way. Like, you know, the idea that married men make more money than single men? It's because guys that make more money tend to get married. It's not that marriage somehow just earns you more money, right? It doesn't work that way. And so as a woman, you want to marry the guys who make more money. It's the biological imperative in a lot of ways. And so the king-queen relationship, it really is just a biological reality that for the most part works. You know, there will be a minority of situations who can break the mold and be just fine. But for the most part, kings and queens all the way down.
He's the queen's husband who doesn't get elevated to his highest position.
Right.
A man at his highest position helps a woman be at her highest position. A highest position woman who has a lower man can't be happy. It's nature. It's fucking nature.
All right. Okay. So these points of view, I mean, this assessment of how it all works, could this be part of why you're not as popular?
Yes. Every time I talk, I go, this is ridiculous. But I have a woman who has been around me a long time.
This is a woman you were with.
I'm with now. I mean, my queen, my woman, who in every woman's fashion is trying to take me down. It's like Valkyrie.
How does that?
Operation Valkyrie. These bitches They hate being women, man. I'm telling you.
But
Mark.
wait, let me ask you. So let me just understand something. So
Go
you're
ahead.
saying that women only have the model of success and power that men have established. So when they try to operate within that, they're acting like men.
Yes.
Which means that they are denying themselves their queenness and will never be happy.
Thank you.
You know, one thing before they get too far off that point, this idea that the woman he's with now, he's happy with her, she's happy with him, yet even within the happiness of that relationship, she's always trying to take him down. And what I think he's really getting at, and this is something I've been kind of noticing as I just watch people put their relationships online over the last couple of years, there seems to be a weird, almost domestication effect that relationships have on the male, not the female. Domestication is inherently female. Yet I just noticed that for men to exist happily or comfortably in the relationship framework, there seems to be a level of domestication that goes along.
That's what you're saying.
It's like another analogy, more or less. I try to help my girl. I have to think of analogy every day.
Oh, I know. You're very good at it.
I have to think in analogy terms.
Uh-huh.
It's like you meet, if you're an animal, okay, if you're a great white shark.
Okay.
There's a woman great white sharks and there's men great white sharks.
Yeah.
To every other animal, great white sharks are just vicious. No other animal looks at a great white shark and go, uh-oh, here comes the girl version.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Like a lot of men, okay, we go and try to date within our species. Most male great whites say, oh, wow, they go, oh, girl, oh, I want her.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But women go, I hate the way great whites treat the woman great white.
Yeah.
So I'm going to now date these penguins or these seals who look at me and they run in fear. And I'm going to catch one and I'm not going to eat it. I'm just going to play around with it and have this particular animal.
Now, this is like the equivalent of women dating simps or just having simps like beta orbiters and whatnot. So he's describing, you know, the simp dynamic as a great white shark playing with its food.
Who looks at me with this fear and reverence. Yeah. Just go, oh my God, you didn't kill me. Yeah, I didn't kill you. Because, you know, that's why these gorgeous women date these weak men and they
right. But aren't they usually doing that just to piss off the great white?
No, they're doing it because they go, I'm not going to sit here and deal with this other great white. So what happens though is they're dating their food. And after a while they go,
they're dating their food.
I fucking hate this guy. I hate what he is. He lets me do anything I want. I talk to him like he's a piece of shit. I spit at him and he just does nothing. I'm going to eat him. Then she's going, how do I feel like a woman? You fucking date this man. Yeah. Great white. And you go fuck with him. And this great white goes, hey, bitch, look, you don't talk to me like that. I don't let no fucking girl sharks treat me like that.
I'm not
bitch.
A penguin.
Yeah, I got to deal with niggas trying to hunt me. I got to deal with other man sharks trying to bite me. I got to deal with you, bitch, with your mouth.
Yeah.
You know, no, that dun music ain't yours. That's mine, motherfucker. I'm top of the food chain. But I have to.
How does this analogy work with your woman?
I'm the longest relationship she's ever been in. We've been together.
Now you see the problem in that analogy. Well, the problem for black men, particularly within that analogy, is that this idea that as being a man, you're somehow inherently top of the food chain, it just doesn't exist really at all within black culture in America. And so what winds up happening, and for a lot of black men, and this is why I see the domestication that it almost makes me sad to watch it. You have to kind of concede a lot as the man, because there is no natural order of like, let me I don't know, how do I say this? Like there is no sense of just patriarchal benevolence or the idea that father knows best, none of that stuff. There is no real role of a father, generally speaking, in Black America. Like if you're the man and you're the father or something like that, it's like a weird anomaly for the most part. There's no order, no rules to that shit.
a good 7 years or some shit. She's been around a long time. I do an old joke where it's like, she's been with me for 8 years. I've been with her for 5, and it's like I didn't know we were together at that time, but you know how it is. So she's been living truth for a long time. Where she's at first it was charming to her. Now she's trying to I call it karate class, man. All the things that she when she was strictly the student, she looked at me as the master, and I teach her first kick, like, okay, baby, here, go hi-ya. It's like, oh, she feels good. She's kicking, she's learning moves, she's learning karate. Now this bitch has a 7th degree black belt in my bullshit, and now she thinks she can actually beat me, and she's hard to beat. You start back in the day, I could flip her right on the head verbally, whap. She's like, oh my God, sorry, master. But each level she wants to go up, she thinks she don't want to go out into the world and try her shit. She wants to try it with me. And I'm the motherfucker who taught her, and I'm the motherfucker who loves her. But she's always trying to gain an advantage over me. And I'm the motherfucker and that's where things go bad in relationships, I think, is because, your woman starts to look at you like, he ain't the guy. I go, look, man. If you need to go find yourself another man, if you need to go do what you got to do, I'm not going to allow you to make me unsexy to you because I know how to not do it. I know that you're trying to gain something.
So you're saying like,
and yet, Carmen, that is absolutely spot on, right? Male domestication meant the children survived, right? Or at least to a greater degree. Here's the issue, though. Now that we've civilized our entire civilization to the point, we've elevated ourselves to the point that the baby's survival is relatively guaranteed. Like if you're having a baby in America, the actual statistical odds that your baby will not survive up until birth, historically low. Historic all-time astronomical lows right now. And so we've removed all of the practical payoff to that, quote, domestication, but we've kept in place a lot of the pressure. And so now the pressure is building. There's no real accepted payoff. There's nowhere for that pressure to go in a healthy direction. So now it just builds. And so the red pill.
Okay, like, because I've been in situations where once they get hip to your bullshit, I mean, your model is good, but there might come a time where they're just sort of like, not only am I hip to your bullshit, but I'm tired.
Yes, she is tired. She's tired of me. She is, but I'm like, go be tired, because I'm telling you, you're thinking like a square. You're thinking like all these bitches who don't have a man. Go join them. Because as eventually you're gonna, what she's looking for out of me is to do some of the things that her food does. Can't you just be like my food once or twice? No, bitch. No.
And that's exactly what I mean about the relationships, and it's inherently a domestication process. And when you're young and you're raising children, you're trying to go get a house, and you want to, have life goals that go beyond the next 5 or 10 years. It kind of works. Like, all right, I'm in. I'm committed. I'm gonna put this thing in my pants in a nice, good place. I'm not even gonna think about it for most of the day. I'm just gonna get to work. I'm gonna come home. I'm gonna let you. You can have this thing in my pants when I come home from work. Like we're fully committed to the domestication, right? But in this day and age where that's off the table, then why can't I just let this thing run free?
Why don't you want to give her a little of that?
It's not giving anything. It's I'm living me and you're living you. At some point, you got bored. See, we don't have.
This is deep shit. I'm not sure it's right.
It might not be right. It might be sophistry. You know what I'm saying? It might be some bullshit.
I think it is your life. This is just, it's a point of view. It's not, it's a.
And Red, I think we need not really clash too much on this issue. You can call it domestication or you can call it choosing lineage, but through domestication, that is the process by which you secure your lineage. Yeah, I think it is a little bit semantical at this point. We don't really have to be all that opposing on this issue.
It's a deep point of view, and it's been around for a while.
I think it to be fair, it's a fair thing.
But what about mother? What about that? You know, be a good mother, take care of your shit.
That's inconsequential, man. I don't even think. Look, I'm gonna tell you how far.
But do we have kids? Do you have kids?
I want kids, but I'm having. I don't have any, but I would like some. I mean, my girl has a kid she came with, and I actually, what the wonderful thing now, I think.
Now think about this. He's going through, because he's getting later in his life. Like, he's not 20-something out there running up and down the streets all night long. So he's willing to accept certain levels of things now, because, you know, every day is making deals with yourself, right?
The kid lives with you?
No, but I was going to say, I look at people with kids and then I go, you know, as a stepfather, quote unquote, you know, her father's still in her life. You know, father, she has a good father. He's not an asshole. It's just that I'm with her mother, you know. So and we get along. She loves me. I love her.
Yeah.
But the thing is, that's great. Is I really like being sometimes dad. I'm like, wow, if she had to be my kid all the time, I'm like, hey.
Yeah, but isn't there a different level of appreciation for that woman you're with and her relationship with her daughter that transcends this objectification riff that you're going on?
The thing is, I never waver from this is my standpoint. My standpoint is a natural feeling. It's a natural feeling. It's nature. I'm not, this is not a social standpoint. Like, okay, being a mother,
I understand,
a good mother is wonderful. I love, my girl's a good mother. She's a good woman. But I'm saying, you're missing the part of me being a good father.
Let's talk about it.
A good man.
Yeah.
Me being a good son.
Okay.
First of all,
you know, one of the things that's like really great about this particular interview with Mark Maron, and this is just, I think he released this right after Patrice died. Yeah, so this is one of the last times you got to really hear him be candid and almost personal about a lot of things here.
Mother, people will go, you have a mother. And it's like, yeah, but my mother was somebody else's bitch at one time. Meaning my mother did things to men, and she's told me this, mentally fuck with men. I mean, like, would she go, I've done this, okay, as a woman.
Yeah, but we do it too, right?
I think it's a different realization for us as young boys growing up to be men, to realize that in her time, more or less, your mom was really no different than the women you fuck right now. Like, I remember years ago, I was having a conversation with my mom, and it was like kind of like one of those personal conversations about stuff going on with her and my dad back in the day. You know how these conversations are. What the hell happened, Mom? Right? And so I remember asking my mom questions and listening to the answers. And it was almost like listening to women on the panels talk right now, like the bullshit words and the weird drifts, the weird tangents they go off on. And I was like, holy shit, you sound like any other bitch. Like, in my mind, I swear to God, in the moment, talking to my mom, it was like, holy shit, you sound like these. You just sound just like the rest of these bitches. Like, I can't believe I'm hearing this from you. And before this moment, I was never really, I could never actually properly, fully see my mother. She was always my mom. She was mama. Mama, you know that? She was always my mom. And in that moment, she just became a woman. You just became the rest of these other broads out here. And it was so fascinating in that moment. Like, holy shit, I've been in this moment so many times. And now here I am, and it's my own mom. I thought you loved me. I thought you loved me enough to at least be frank and honest with me. Well, I see here now, I got to talk to you like one of these bitches on a goddamn panel. It was amazing to be in this moment.
See, this is the thing, Mark. You can't always. You know how my girl got me?
How?
I was a guy who was this terrible misogynist when she met me. I'm a lot less.
Less.
I'm telling you, a lot less.
Yeah.
Because I have submitted to the fact that a lot of things I've done, I don't do. Like, look it.
What's your big fear? In relation to women, that you're gonna cry, that you're gonna? What I mean, what do you what is it?
I was thinking about this question as I was like prepping for the show. What's your big fear? What is your big fear? You know, we're drinking, we're being honest tonight. Listen, pour a shot if you got one. Crack a beer open, roll one up. We're getting into it. What's your big fear? What are you really afraid of? I don't want to be domesticated for nothing. You know, it's a weird. It sounds like weird and cliche. Like I don't want to do it all for nothing. You know, like you hear these stories about guys who they went to work every day, they paid the bills, they bought the house. A couple of years later, they bought a bigger house, nice cars, you know, 3 kids, 4 kids, or whatever. Everything is going well, and then one day she just doesn't want to be there no more. One day she just feels like taking the house and kicking them out. Like those things are like those kind of stories are crazy. And then not only that, to kind of like feel like I kind of had a brush with that a long time ago. Yeah, that shit feels crazy. Sacrifice that doesn't pay off. That shit is like a kick in the stomach, bro.
The armor about? What is the fight?
The fight is, and that's an interesting question, but I'm gonna be very honest. I just want my girl to know that my natural instincts stopped once I said I made a decision to be quote unquote a good guy. I know that fucking a lot of women is bad for her. She don't want it. She wants commitment, and she wants you know, a monogamous relationship.
Hey, you know what? Honestly, as a man who's kind of body count probably look like an odometer right now, I'm not gonna say fucking a lot of women is bad for you, but I don't think it's necessarily a full-on positive good thing. It's not a full plus, you know. It's not exactly a great thing for you either.
And I give it to her, and I just want her to know that it's not. I just want her to always value
the sacrifice.
I want her to value that. All I do is want women to understand what we are. What we are. I want a lot of fucking women. Like I just every day I see a woman that I go, man, I want the opportunity. I have a decent house, have a decent car. I know I have, it's like being a fisherman, right?
Right.
And this is, again, you fish as a fisherman, Mark.
Yeah, as a fisherman.
I don't know if women can really grasp this like nature of the male experience. Shout out to Toxic King with the 1999 super chat. Everybody must eat, y'all. Everybody.
Everybody must eat. Everybody must eat. Everybody must eat. Everybody must eat. Yes.
Shout out to Toxic King. We are going over Before the Red Pill, Patrice O'Neal. Rest in peace to the great. Be like Toxic King, y'all. Smash that super chat button for me.
Hulk! Smash! Smash you! You make Hulk angry. You not like Hulk angry. Hulk no like fighting girls.
Yeah, the thing about something about testosterone, it kind of makes you want things in ways that are hard to really understand from the outside looking in. Like guys understand guys. This is why we know some guys we just have to shoot in the back of the head and bury him in an unmarked grave, because you know I understand how that drive can go so far crooked that you don't belong in polite society anymore. You don't belong anywhere on this earth anymore, because I understand that you know there within at the very core, deepest, darkest center, the nucleus of every man, there is something in us that literally amounts to it just is. And some guys have, domesticated that thing. Some guys have managed to check it well. Some guys have put it to good use. They go in the military, they join different groups that allow them to exercise that in appropriate ways. But generally speaking, there is just that something in guys that's just like raw. And a huge part of that is sexuality. And so I don't know that women can really understand that reality from outside of the male body.
You're a sport fisherman.
Cast my line out.
As a sport fisherman,
sir.
Which is a lot different from
fishing to live.
Fishing to live.
Yeah.
And thank you. Okay. Do you see how you get that context? Okay. Now you go out there and you try to catch this fish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And you do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like any other sport fisherman, you catch the fish. You show it to your friends.
Yeah.
You take a picture.
Yeah.
You look at it.
Yeah.
And you throw it back in the water.
Right.
Now, your girl is in your life, or your wife, or anybody else who's a significant person in your life.
You don't show her that.
Is a fish that jumped back on the boat after you threw it in the water.
Your girl is a fish that jumped back in the boat after you threw it in the water.
Have you worked this out before?
Because you caught her, she keeps jumping back on your boat.
Mm-hmm.
And you're sitting there going, listen, you don't come out, because usually some fish get the idea that they swim back into the ocean and hope you come back again to catch them, or you got lucky enough to catch it. But the fish that's in your life was just flapping around your boat. She'd run all the other fish away, so that at some point you go, fuck, I just listen, and then she goes, you go, look, I my job is to catch you and throw you away. Then she's like, what the fuck? Is that what I am to you? And as a man who has that dichotomy, you're just trying, no, I don't misunderstand. I'm not a piece of shit.
Yeah.
No, you're the last fish I wanted to catch you, and then be the last fish. Then it's like, okay, good. Okay, now we're dating. So every time you come back,
you know what he's almost describing in a way? Because there's obviously a more honest approach to a relationship where you actually wanted her the first time you got her. Oh, I'm fine, yeah, right. But what he's kind of describing in a way is like what I've been talking about, this thing of like players' regret. You was out here just catching fish left and right, taking pictures and throwing them back in the water, and now a fish caught you, and you're like, damn, this is actually a pretty great fish. And now you start thinking about all the fish that you left back in the water that got scars from the hook that you put in their mouth and all that.
Come back now, okay?
Yeah.
You go, okay, I got this fish. Now your fish goes, you love me. You go, yeah, I love you, fish. All right, now that you love me, why do you still have your boat? And why do you still have your pole?
See, now you're being domesticated. Why do you need a boat? What are you even fishing for? Why do you need a pole and a boat to catch fish when you have me?
All your bait. So are you saying you want me to stop being what I was to get you? So what that means is when I stop being what I am, you start to look at me and go, you ain't even got a boat. There's a time where they go, you don't even have a boat. That guy has a boat. You used to be this great fisherman.
But why don't you say, well, you can't even swim anymore?
They'll never be able to not swim. My girl is gorgeous. If she plays her cards right, dude, there's never a time where she can't get something. Look, my girl got me to fuck with her. She was waiting. She just was waiting. She liked me, and she was waiting for some reason. You see my girl, and you go, why is she waiting for me to fuck her? Which gives me more arrogance, because I know that women are better than us, because a guy like me could get a girl like my woman. It's because they love differently than we do.
Yeah.
What she did is finally, after all this time of kind of waiting and kind of being there, and kind of she invited me up to the house, and she put a t-shirt on and went to take a shower and stuff, and she's talking to me and same old, and she went to go turn the TV and bent down so that her fucking pussy and asshole was just showing as she picked something up, and she knew I was looking, and I'm like, oh, okay, it's in my face. And so she's, and by the way, here's the arrogance of having a vagina. She could actually, if I didn't fuck her then, she could actually be officially have the right to say that I'm gay. Just because she showed asshole and pussy and I didn't go for it then. Now, I am a fucking fag then. That's how arrogant you can be with having a pussy. There could be no point where you could show your balls and asshole as a marker to pick a woman up or to fuck a woman, and it be acceptable.
Yeah.
If you showed your asshole and balls, Mark, and as a hey, look at this. Yeah. You're saying I make them objects? No, I could never do what they do. What she did to get dick, I laugh at her to this day. Because it's like, do you see when you showed your asshole and pussy?
That's right. But in your model, that's how else is it going to go? They're acknowledging.
Well, and this kind of reminds me of a point I was making before. We're going to get to this a little bit deeper, but for women, sex is their superpower. It is their one physical advantage. In every other way, they are physically disadvantaged in the face of a man. Yet sexual desire gives a woman an avenue that she can exploit in a way that men can rarely exploit against women.
That they've got this and that you want it, and
let's go back to where there's never, I know you've never met a woman, Mark, who has taken responsibility completely for what she does. Exactly. Because that laugh says you didn't, because you would have had a contrary opinion. You've never met a woman that went, yes, I'm just wrong. Now,
all right, so why don't you present this to the people? Maybe
I think one time in my entire life have I ever heard a woman tell a story or anything where she literally said, I fucked up. That was on me. Once in all of my life.
Maybe the reason why you're feeling disappointed in how many people understand you or how many people want to be in your audiences, that maybe the comedy thing is just part of it. Maybe you need to build this larger, broader fellowship of rough truth. This is almost pimp shit.
To be honest,
I've been saying this for a long time, bro. As distasteful as it may be, the pimps understand something about the raw female nature. The female human animal, pimps had an understanding about that animal that, quote, squares could never even imagine existed. You never knew your woman had a billion wicked little thoughts running through her head every day, did you?
In my worst, I can really say the worst days, where I had a lot of women around. I didn't date any of them, but they just love me. I go, damn it, these girls like me enough. These girls listen to me enough. I'm not hiding any of them from each other. I could be a pimp, and I realized why I couldn't be a pimp, because I'm a good man. All of this shit is based on this is not based on being a pimp. This is based on being a good man, where I go, holy shit, I realized something. I could never live with myself as a man, allow my woman to sell pussy and give me all the money. I couldn't do that shit. And I realized there are women who get hit in their relationship, and you go, why are you staying with that man? Because I love him. Why? There's women that work a 9 to 5 and give every dime to a fucking bum that's in the house. I just love him. She's a fucking hoe.
This is a sad realization. Well, no. It's just a sad observation. I haven't seen many long-term relationships in my life that didn't have some level of DV involved in it.
And he's a pimp. Now it's a matter of, do you abuse that? I don't abuse my woman. I just don't want her abusing me, Mark. That's it. I don't want her abusing the fact that I'm a good man.
Okay. Well, now we've got that about, and I believe,
and that's really kind of my overall stance on things, right? I don't necessarily, I don't defend abuse in any fashion at all, right? But I don't ever want to give off any vibe that I'm the guy to be abused. And so that creates a weird dynamic between the modern man and the modern woman, because everything's like up in the air. Nobody knows what the order of things are anymore. So chicks act as though they can throw their weight around like they were a man. And then if you remind them that they're not a man, somehow you are in the wrong at that moment. It's just a weird gray area. Everything's fucked up right now. But I want to jump over to a different conversation. Shout out to Free Zone Lou. He put me onto this clip earlier. Let's listen to this now. Oh, what just happened here? Let me hit the wrong button.
I feel like, Jeffrey, I feel like women are the enemy. I don't feel like.
That's so sad for you. I feel bad for you.
Just why won't you shut the fuck up? This is why. Jeffrey, here's my thing. She needs somebody to tell her to shut the fuck up. She doesn't know she needs it. She's
I know what I need.
She don't. See, what I'm saying? And she's so hot. Guys just go, oh, blah, blah, blah. Shut the fuck up. That's what she needs.
What kills me about this is Patrice O'Neal. Right before he died, he was doing his own radio show because he was really hot on the Opie and Anthony show. That's actually when I kind of got into Patrice O'Neal. I didn't watch him all that much before. Like, I didn't really know of him all that much before he passed away. And so by the time like YouTube comes out and I got all these old Opie and Anthony clips on YouTube, I'm like, holy shit, this dude is dope. And so after that whole Opie and Anthony thing fell off, he got his own show. It was like Black Phillip. And I think a lot of that's still up on YouTube now if you look up Black Phillip.
That's me. You understand? So my thing though is I know she's the fucking enemy. My thing is I'm trying to tell dudes out there that fucking how to be happy amongst this type of shit. Meaning how to be happy amongst a woman who's hot and just won't shut the fuck up. She's putting her personality on you. She's making you read her pussy tattoos, but won't fuck you. Shut the fuck up.
You know I won't fuck you.
There you go. I already know you're not. This is what, because I know that. I'm a master. Jeffrey's a master, but the fucking problem is they're the enemy, Jeffrey. They're the enemy.
No,
you're fucking.
There's different ways to conquer an enemy. There's different ways to conquer an enemy.
I listen to these new co-ed manosphere panels, and I long for this type of energy. Nobody has this energy anymore. It's like you're out of pocket on a manosphere panel because everything is co-ed and you can't make the hoes mad, and you're not even allowed to approach this level of energy.
My goodness.
The truth comes out.
And this is the same problem that you and I have. You're always, by your boisterousness, your abrasiveness, you expose tactics. You expose.
I don't consider women an enemy.
And it's not really. I don't see that either.
I find it to be.
They have very strong power.
I find it to be.
You know what, Patrice?
I find it to be typical. I find that what we're doing, like what Jeffrey's doing, is fantastic.
Only angry men look at women as an enemy. You're not that way. You say you are.
Really
but I don't think you really look at them as an enemy.
You know what it is, Jeff? He's defining his frustration by them being. But it's
women
not
have
really
very strong power. See that you have to be open to the concept that women have incredibly strong power.
We do.
It's not our fault. It's
They
not their fault.
do not. It's pussy, Jeff.
Okay, but whatever it is,
That's
it's real.
not power.
But it's
but
real.
we have it.
They got a twat.
It's power until you realize it's not power. That's kind of the weird gray area with that. That's the truth about it all, right? Because this is what I was saying. It's their superpower, right? But once you understand that their pussy is their superpower, it gives you the advantage. Now you can maintain the upper hand because Now you have a defense against kryptonite.
That's it.
But
Right,
but
it's
no,
real.
We're not. Let me tell you something. She doesn't need to. I'm keep picking on her because she's the most personality type.
Yeah.
She doesn't need all the super boots and the fucking goggles.
Right. She doesn't need the gold
She doesn't
tooth.
need it
She doesn't need
because
any of
she
that.
doesn't. She's not sexier with it or without it. That's why I'm saying we have technique and style because we need that shit. She could wear a fucking one of
Right,
those
we need that.
dresses,
Exactly.
a Quaker dress.
Right, and we should
But
still
she's
be hot.
forcing,
Right.
she's forcing her personality on the issue, which she don't even have one.
She doesn't-
because no one taught her to have one yet. She's just walking around like a fucking chicken, and nobody says stop clucking.
We're saying the same thing.
That's why I say the enemy, because see what you're doing.
But it's not.
You keep every second.
Yeah, what up, Free Zone? We going back to the basics, man. Shout out to the gang. We got to get back to the basics. Free Zone, you were there. I know you remember this. I said this years ago on the back chats we used to talk on. These niggas gonna water down the red pill, bro. You leave these niggas alone with the red pill, they're gonna water down the red pills. And here we are years later, neck deep in the co-ed manosphere, and you can't find a way out. I blame these niggas, man. I do. I really do. I saw it coming, and now it's here. This is why we have to get back to the basics. You have to go back to the original. Anytime you lose your way, you have to go and retrace your steps, bro. That's how you get back on track. Anytime you lose your way, retrace your steps, man.
You keep saying, oh no, like here's what's bothering me, Jeff.
Go ahead.
Okay, we agree, but then the next thing is, yes, but men have problems too. Like fucking, we're not here to talk about men's problems.
I didn't say men have problems too. I said women have strong power. Men resent it.
Thank you. There you go.
Because men
There
are
you go.
angry.
There you
Men,
go. Don't
men
make me look
resent
like a
it.
fuck like I'm crazy.
Men resent it because they don't know what to say to women. So they they go home alone because they don't know what
But
to say.
I
that's not
have the
women's
pain
fault.
of it is their fucking fault. Well, actually, it's not their fault. It's our fault.
If men
That's
don't
what
have
I'm
the
here
balls
for,
to
Jeff.
wear
all the time that it's not their fault.
It's our fault.
Men need to learn what to say to women.
But
That's
Jeffrey,
all. Women are open to
if
it.
you had a radio show, which you should,
I would love to have a
you
radio
should
show.
have a radio show with this. This is fantastic. You come on right before me, and then I'll come on and dispel all that horse shit.
Okay, good.
Now
we should do one together. Right.
we really should, Jeff.
Let's do it tonight.
But listen, all I'm saying is what you're doing would be no help ultimately to guys. Ultimately, it's not helping.
Because
You
they
think
don't
the
have,
average
you know
guy
what
out
it
there
is?
listening to you could do what you do?
No.
You're a master. There's no way. A guy out there listening who tried what you do, it will sound cool. He's going to look like a jerk, and the woman will probably slap him because
Yeah.
it's not true for him. The
Okay.
same way as if you tried to say what I said, it
But-
wouldn't be true for
But
you.
we should dig down, Jeff, to what it is, as
But you
opposed to our strategies and our techniques and our philosophy. We need to boil it down to what we're trying to fucking do.
But here's the thing, Patrice. You've been thinking about this all your life.
Right.
You didn't think this up tonight. You did what I did. You've been fascinated with women all your life, and you had these thoughts.
Now
and
you know where my fascination came from? Came from not getting pussy.
Okay.
When
but the same
I
with
was in high
everybody.
school and girls just didn't fuck fat dudes. Before I understood that women are better than us on this term.
Mhm.
They like us for other things.
Yes, they're not as superficial.
Which
as
is
us.
which is really their weakness.
That's why I said exactly.
I'm not even sure if that makes them better than us, though. That's kind of the weird thing, because the argument, well, the fantasy rather, is that we fall in love with each other, and she loves me for me. That's really the fantasy, right? You want a girl who just loves you for you. But in reality, what it seems like is that, and I think Will Ferrell, I mean, I forgot the name, the men's rights guys, something Ferrell, but anyway, he made this great phrase that, women are human beings and men are human doings, right? So she doesn't love you for you. She loves you for the things you've done for her.
That's why, exactly.
You're
And
on
that's
to
why I
us.
said women function on a higher plane. They don't judge. Thank God they don't judge us the way we judge women on such a superficial level.
Let me go take a couple of calls because Jeff, we got some people who are interested in you, young man. We're gonna talk. Who's been on the line?
And you know what? Freeman's Journal. She loves me for me. Pathetic. Thank you, Warren Farrell. I kept saying Will Ferrell, but I knew that wasn't right. Warren Farrell said, "Women are human beings and men are human doings." But Freeman's Journal. Let's walk through that a minute because I don't quite disagree with you, but it's like a shocking revelation that is a pathetic position for the man to be in, right? Because now you put me in the position of explaining how love, the idea of romantic love, isn't really real, and people don't like to hear that kind of shit, right? So this is the other way to approach that kind of talk. As a man, she can never love you with the depth and fullness that you love her. Yet and still, knowing that you may love her anyway, and that's absolutely fine, but that is just the state of affairs, right? As a man, it is almost biologically, it is biologically unlikely that as a man, she can love you with the full depth and breadth of love that you have for her. We just have a different kind of thing. And it may very well be an evolutionary thing. Like women are the survival engine of the human species. So as long as her and her babies are good, you need not really matter all that much in the grand scheme of just, raw survival. And I can understand that from like that raw anthropological point, just straight up as an organism type of shit. But we don't like to imagine ourselves as just raw organisms. We don't like to imagine ourselves as base creatures. But somehow in the modern world, we've gotten really comfortable with acknowledging the idea of men having a raw base nature that can be very dangerous, especially if left unchecked. And we don't like to discuss the idea that women have a raw base nature that can be dangerous if left unchecked. And solipsism is the soft end of what we're talking about, where nothing is really real to her unless it's in her life, in her face right now. But the reality of it is, just biologically speaking, you don't necessarily matter after a certain point. And love's got nothing to do with that. Bluff City Nerd with the $5 super chat. I listened to a lot of Patrice O'Neal and Tom Leykis clips before I discovered the Manosphere. Both were OG Red Pill. Yeah, shout out to Tom Leykis. This is what I meant. Before the Red Pill, man. Before the Red Pill, you still had Red Pill guys kicking like just straight raw Red Pill knowledge out there, but we didn't have a name for this shit yet. We didn't have a movement for it. It was just dudes just being raw. But shout out to Bluff City Nerd with the $5. Thank you so much for that.
Come on, share your dollar. Give me your dollar. Share your dollar with me. Come on.
August. Get this kid, Jess. No. That's not. Yeah, well, yeah. Let Jess talk. Fucking, he's on it. He's on the fucking phone anyway. Go ahead. Jess.
What's up, Patrice?
All right.
How are you, sir?
Not bad, man. Thanks for calling. What's up?
You're the big boss. You're exactly right about this. This guy, I think he's full of shit.
Wait, Jess.
I wanted to ask you, how would you put from the deer, the bunny, and the bear? What would you put a cougar? The ladies above the 40s.
Depends.
You keep on fucking working, Patrice.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for calling, Jess. He just asked where would you put a cougar, which you know what a cougar is. It's you.
Yeah.
Basically.
It's a deer.
It's a beautiful
deer
girl around. Because I don't want to be mean to her. She's a sweet girl. But see, this is another thing. let me go back to this.
But I don't want you to go.
Honesty.
She's not old enough to be a cougar.
Honesty to me has turned into insults. You understand? Like, I guess there's a way to do it. Like, you could call you probably have a way. Tell me your way of calling a bitch old.
You mean if I was saying it to her?
If you had to express,
I'd say a more mature woman.
Yeah, mature.
It's like a finely
you
aged wine.
mean if I was gonna say to a woman, like
if you was to actually say, like me, I'm like, oh yeah, you know you're an old bitch, but it's all good. Like, I'll go, you older, but you're not a spring chicken, but whatever. Like, I would make sure. Here's what I would not want to do, and this is because of, again, a lot of my stuff comes from experience of getting caught into things. A girl saying, okay, I love you. Do you love me? Now, what happened is my gut reaction, I didn't, and this is men, I think, in general, we don't know, there's a filter in the middle, you understand, that keeps us from telling the truth, because we don't want to lose, what did you say? Power? The pussy.
Right,
we don't lose no pussy.
Right, exactly.
We want some ass. So if a chick goes, how old do I look? You want to go 40, bitch, but you're so scared to go, so you go, you look 30, 31, and now you're caught. So
but you know what? But it doesn't diminish you. But it doesn't diminish you in any way to do that. Why hurt someone's feelings?
Because look at my girl is the most abusive motherfucker you've ever seen. Meaning this, she.
I think what I'm struggling with often is what he's struggling with in this moment. This idea that as the man, I am encouraged to observe all kind of social niceties and have to tiptoe around the truth and all that, because I don't want to say something that might accidentally hurt some invisible feeling she had. But in reality, she isn't really forced to observe that same kind of delicacy when she's dealing with me. It just comes out, and it's like, oh, I'm sorry. I know you had feelings. My bad. I didn't know guys had feelings and shit. You know, it's a weird like duality that goes on. I hate that hypocrisy. Like, I have to tiptoe when you get to stomp. That's crazy.
Meaning she's abusive. Like, if I go coochie coo too much, she has an instant, because she loves me so much. This is them. This is what this is, understanding them. They hate how much they love you. My girl hates that she
resent
feels
losing
this.
the power, right? They resent
how
you
much
for it.
She knows I'm better than her. On a level, she just knows I'm better. She hates that. And if she can get me to
loving you.
She hates loving
you because you took away some of the power.
And her whole thing is to find a way for her to feel comfortable hating me, like comfortable.
That has a lot, but
she wants this 50-50 thing, and then once she feels that, okay, good, I got him, then she now can function. But you understand what I'm saying?
The problem with that though is, like, once women feel that, like, I got him, they start to get restless and they start to look at you like you ain't shit no more. You used to have a boat. You used to catch big fish.
Patrice, your honesty with her makes her resent the fact that she loves you more. You don't really make it okay for her to love you and submit.
That's not true. That's not true.
I know you do, on a level, but when you're going at her, when it's heated, like, and I've been around y'all, you don't really make it okay. Like, you don't candy coat nothing ever.
But why should I?
I'm not saying you should, but I'm just saying
you can't take words back. Words are said. You can't take them back. It's no good to say, you know what? I just said that because I was angry. Because if you're saying
she's an abusive fucking girl,
but that's why you're together.
You're better than her. What does that mean?
That's why you're together.
You're better at what? Looking? Better at making money?
Yes,
she's beautiful.
I'm better.
She's beautiful.
I'm better. Yes.
I would
keep going.
I can explain.
Keep fucking going.
It's not about who's better.
It
absolutely is.
Listen to your boyfriend.
You know what? Women who are used to having a lot of power.
It is, but
there are certain women who have tremendous.
And that's another thing. Hold up. See that shit? This is what I'm.
They're uncomfortable with you pointing out that you demand that men be better than you. That's the price of your pussy, is a nigga that's better than you. But if the nigga ever dare say, listen, I know I'm better than you, automatically you dry the pussy up like, I dare you. How dare you? Like, it's just a wild double thing that goes on in chicks' brains, bro. You just gotta like plow through that shit with smoothness and not flip the table over.
That's the shit to throw. They throw in insecurity and they throw in gay. They throw in things to make them. But listen, have you ever, right? Have you ever? I'm talking to the dudes. Have you ever gotten pussy cause you have a dick?
Never.
Cause you have a dick?
Never.
Have you ever gotten pussy?
Never. No.
Have you get dick? Have you ever had to talk your way into dick? Have you ever had to charm your way into anything? Have you ever had to really have a philosophy to motivate through life? You just arbitrarily say we're insecure. That's not insecure.
Carmen, come on. Tell me this. I'm gonna give you the same question. Have you ever had to try that hard to get a nigga to want to fuck you? That was your end right there. The fact that a nigga wanted to fuck you, now I can parlay that into like McDonald's and jewelry, and maybe we can go to a nice restaurant. That nigga might even tell me he loved me, and we can parlay that shit into a house and all kind of shit, right? Because all you had to do was be there.
But maybe your insecurity.
Answer the question
first. I don't have a philosophy. I think I do have a philosophy in life, but
go ahead. Why would you say we're insecure? Because that's typical shit.
I'm insecure. Wait a minute.
Answer the first question.
I don't even know what Patrice's question
was. Have you ever
had to do anything else other than be a woman and just be a woman and get something from a guy? You understand?
Sex.
Yeah,
to get sex
from a guy.
No, to get sex.
To get sex from a guy? Yeah, definitely.
What really? You've had to charm your way into some dick?
I mean,
you had to take your clothes off.
I have.
You had to suck his dick.
Here's the thing: if you're not drop dead gorgeous, seriously, because you guys, you respond visually. You at a bar or whatever.
Amy, you will have no problem getting dick. Stop.
And the idea that as a woman you have to be something like above even an 8 just to get dick. You can be below a 4 and still like 50% of guys will be like, you know what? It's been a minute. What's up? Like, come on now. Like, really?
No, I'm telling you. I'm not at the right dick. No.
There you go. And that's your fucking point. That's why we're better.
So every woman can get some dick.
That's why I'm better.
That's the point. Every woman can get some dick if she wants some.
Can you get some dick?
Oh, yeah, I can.
Okay,
but
then.
I'm saying, but I know chicks that cannot. I know
really?
chicks that not fucked in 3 or 4 years.
Where's the bitch in a coma?
Oh, my God.
No, she's not getting the dick she wants.
Exactly.
She can get some dick.
But y'all can get any pussy.
That's
You
not
can get
true.
pussy.
We can't get any pussy. We can't get every pussy.
Wait a minute.
We can't.
But let me say this though. What I was saying about Wait, let me say about insecurities though.
Why are you jumping off?
Because that's what made him jump in the beginning.
You made us.
See, Patrice O'Neal had the co-ed manosphere panel before these niggas even got a hold of it and fucked it all up. He had the recipe. He had the playbook before Kevin Samuels. Before these niggas came along, this is how it went down.
Statement. Follow through with the statement. What you said you can just get pussy. That's not true. What makes you say that? And how do you base?
She can just get dick.
No, but she said, guys, you can get pussy. That's not true.
Yeah, you know. But
how are you basing
my
that?
question.
Fuck the girls that I know that ain't getting no dick. If I
you
bring
don't,
them in,
first of all, are you a loser?
No.
You don't hang out with no bitches that can't get dick.
Okay.
Stop lying. Who the fuck hangs out with somebody that can't get what they got? I don't hang out with no dudes that can't get pussy.
Really, you don't? But you just said that so all men can get. What is it?
No.
Can y'all get it or you can't get it?
What the question was?
Can you get pussy from any chick you want, Patrice?
The question was.
Can you get pussy from any chick you want?
The question was. See, this is the thing. I love this.
No, you don't. No. Patrice, the thing is that you do not.
Listen to me. Just for a second. That's another thing I learned about women. They need emotions to actually function.
Mm-hmm.
So once you stop really going back and forth with emotions, it's really over for them. They don't have nothing else because they feed off of that. They don't. I'm trying to teach you now.
Thank you.
That's what separates man from a
listen
woman.
and
A man
learn.
has two heads, where a woman has one.
Reggie, get your girl. So, listen, Erica, what made me upset was the fact, right, that women.
And you see how he kind of just easily calmed down the order and spoke directly to, and even jokingly spoke down to the women. We don't have that energy anymore. It's like because he died, you niggas don't know how to do this shit no more.
Women arbitrarily say things they feel without. Do you hear all this back and forth trying to figure it out, talking, and then you come in with just the word insecure, and
it made you insecure.
No, it marginalized what we're doing
discussion in the first place.
into girl shit. You always interject some nonsense vaginal shit into some deep thinking that we're just better than you. Why won't y'all admit we're better?
What I was saying was that I think that ultimately
are men better? Are men better than y'all?
in some things.
No, are men better than you?
No, definitely.
I could definitely.
I think that most men
name a category that you're better than, except for being fucked. Being the fucky.
Yeah.
Shopping.
Name something you're
You
better.
can't shop better than me.
See how goofy she is? She's just goofy. Really?
You can't
He has
shop.
on ostrich. He has
As much money as chicks waste on shit, you're gonna say shopping.
on extinct animal shoes, and you have on goofy boots and a skull drawers. He's not a better shopper.
Dude, Chrome Hearts, $3,000. Chrome Hearts sunglasses, $1,000. I don't want to.
Did she just make this better because she paid $1,000 for those dumb handcuffs?
That's
why we're better.
Let me say this.
$1,000. Cop order for me.
What is this? Is this a MasterCard commercial?
Literally, the shit that makes her better than him in her mind is some shit a nigga bought for you. Do you see what we were dealing with this whole time?
It's better because she paid $1,000 for those dumb handcuffs. That's why we're better.
Let me say this.
$1,000. Cop order for me.
What is this? Is this a MasterCard?
Oh shit! You see, I was all muted up, bro. Now I gotta reset this shit for a second anyway. But god damn it, bro, the arrogance of having a pussy, bro. Let's run this back a little bit.
Did she just make this better because she paid $1,000 for those dumb handcuffs? That's why we're better.
Let me say this.
$1,000. Cop order for me.
How the fuck are you better than men because of some shit that a man bought for you? That shit that makes you better than men, it didn't even come from your entire gender. Your whole half of the goddamn species is totally out of the loop on that. None of them did nothing for that. But somehow, some shit that a man bought for you, that's what makes you better than that man. Do you see what I mean? Do you understand what drives me crazy about this shit sometimes? And this is the shit Patrice O'Neal was talking about. Just the straight up audacity of owning a vagina. The arrogance that vagina causes. Just having a vagina causes this level of astronomical arrogance. It's unbelievable, really. It's crazy when you think about it, but God made him this way. God bless him.
What is this? Is this a MasterCard commercial?
What's the cop doing with 3 G's to buy you?
Goofy bitches, priceless.
Listen.
Ivy is Sandy Kane from 30 years ago.
This with the bumps, with the real bomb.
I know what this is, baby. It's very cute.
And then you gotta eat it.
It's very, very cute. It's what you got a snake skin
python.
This is why, but see Erica, this is why we're better. Now Erica, I like how mad she's getting. Oh, she's gonna be
I can you know what?
Man, I'm enjoying
But
this.
here it is.
I think I'm gonna suck on Erica's titties later.
Patrice,
Titties, you wanna put a titty in my mouth later.
Patrice,
Please
here's
do.
what
Anytime a black chick say something anyway, y'all get
That's
so
not
like
true.
up in arms and
Here's what you mean.
Wait, let me cut her mic off real quick. Cut her mic off real quick. Cut her mic off. Cut everybody's mic off.
To Amy the way you
cut,
talk to me.
Cut it off.
He has talked to me like that.
That's why. There you go. She tried.
See, she tried to do some black girl magic bullshit, and this is years before the online black gender war was even a thing, and she was trying to do some black girl magic bullshit. You see this? Listen, we didn't start this shit, bro. They was always trying to do this shit. They was always coming in it like that. Niggas don't want to cut chicks' mics on panels no more. Niggas don't want to drop chicks off the panels when they getting wound up and going out of all crazy and shit. They don't want to rail them in when they're getting out of control.
Pimp me. She's trying to pimp me with her bullshit. That's why I'm better. She just tried to throw. That's what girls do. You wouldn't talk to a white girl. I've been abusing Amy since she came up in this motherfucker.
He has.
You understand?
But with her level of what it
victimizing. Oh, I'm gonna suck those titties really good later. Look at her being a victim. I'm gonna get those. I'm gonna get the left one too.
You know what? Here's the whole point of being better. Women are attracted to men that are better than them. They never are attracted to a man that's not better than them. Now, what does better mean? Does it mean financially? Does it mean in looks? Does it mean sexually? Does it mean freaky? Does it mean that he's more exciting, more interesting? Whatever you perceive better as, that's what he's better at.
You're right, Dante. I totally think that is true.
That is the point.
But every guy I've ever been with, I've always thought he's too good for me. This guy is. I'm surprised he's attracted to me. But then after dating him for like 3 months, I'm like, oh, fuck.
And wait a minute. Wait a minute, because the journey of bringing him down. This is what I'm saying.
You're right.
The journey is for a woman to find a guy who she goes, wow, this motherfucker is cold. I love him. I like him. I'm into him.
And this is what I mean about domestication, right? It's almost within their nature. And so, like, within the long span of a relationship, and I imagine that happy relationships find some kind of loving equilibrium. And looking back at it, I could never find that equilibrium the one time I really tried to make it work. This is why I have 3 kids with one woman, because, you know, I kept trying with this fucking bitch, but we could never find equilibrium, you know? So this idea of you constantly henpecking me so that I can finally be the thing that you want me to be, so then you can finally be over me, I couldn't do it. I could never fully give in. And eventually, you know, I just have to go ape shit, because stop. Why are you fucking with me like this? You know? And I think it's maybe an inherent thing with chicks, though, because even with other chicks, when it comes to other women where you're not really invested like that, it's a lot easier to just be like, you know, fuck this shit. But the thing is, I wonder if that really is a weird innate thing in women where they just seek to constantly domesticate you on all these different. So it's like all these little battlefronts within the relationship. And then eventually, if she wins, she's like, I got him. And then she might get bored and want to move on to the next guy.
Then it's a journey to bring, and however long that journey lasts, it's to bring him down. It's like I keep saying this, the queen and the king, okay? The king and the queen system.
And shout out to Lasers, by the way. Shout out to Lasers with that $2 super chat. We're about to wrap this up, y'all. Thank y'all for coming through tonight. Hit that like button, man. Thank y'all for watching so much.
Come on, share your dollar. Give me your dollar. Share your dollar with me. Come on.
In England, okay? If I'm the king of the fucking town, or whatever, the kingdom
of the castle.
If I marry a useless bitch, you know what she becomes?
The queen.
The queen. The queen.
She becomes the queen.
She becomes the highest level that a woman's title could be. in the world is the queen.
Just by marrying the king.
By marrying
That's
me.
right.
I make you the best you can be. Now, if a queen
marries a guy,
marries a motherfucker that ain't shit,
No,
what does he become?
He's the motherfucker who ain't shit who married the queen.
No, he's the motherfucker who ain't shit, who marries the queen, and the queen can't look at him like she cannot elevate him to his highest level. No woman can elevate a fucking man to their highest level, because then what happens is I have to go above you. The king is better than the queen. Is that true or false?
Yeah, definitely. But look,
so that's the relationship.
But can I ask the thing?
I'm better than you.
I'm better than you. That's the relationship. It's a weird thing between men and women nowadays, especially like when you hear this black online gender war stuff, because these women literally act like, niggas ain't shit and you don't do this and you don't do that. But none of y'all are virgins. And every man that you slept with, the fact that you slept with him is a biological proof that somewhere in your genetic structure, you felt like he was better than you to the degree where you wanted to duplicate that shit. He was so much better than you that your genes said, you know what, let's give this nigga a shot. Let's let this nigga roll the dice in this coochie. That's how much better than you that your biology determined every nigga that you ever slept with really was, right? And so that's what creates this weird tension on the panels where when we're talking about this gender war shit with black men and black women, and the women, they cling to this idea that niggas ain't shit, but all of y'all have children with niggas, which is proof that at one point in time, you clearly desperately felt he was better than you. Oh no. That's not how that works, Carmen. You don't drop a seed in every chick just because you're better than her. No, that would be irresponsible and reckless. That would be foolish on my part. That's how you let the superpower win. No. Kryptonite. God damn it, kryptonite. You gotta fight. You gotta have a defense against the kryptonite. You can't just be dropping seeds everywhere just because you think you better than the bitch. That's retarded. But no. That is a great point to wrap this one up. That is a great place to end on. You got to have a solution to the kryptonite. You got to remember that you're better than her. But but here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. This is actually the end point. This is the thing, because you did raise a great question, Carmen. Right? Your arrogance as a man becomes your weakness, right? And so you have to remind yourself that they are the enemy. Remember, he started out saying that next clip, the second half of the clip, when I started out the second clip, rather, he was saying they are the enemy, right? So remind yourself of that every so often. No matter how much she loves you, she wants to take you down. Biologically speaking, she wants to take you down. She wants to devour you so that she can consume you for the benefit of her offspring, like a praying mantis or a black widow or some shit. That's why you have to stay on top of your game. You being better is only half the battle, right? Now you have to act better. You have to literally behave better. You have to be better. You have to be sharper. You have to be smarter, stronger, faster. You can't let her catch you. You know how, like, when he said your girl is a fish that you tried to throw back, but she jumped back in the boat, you need a faster boat. You know what I mean? Like that's the reality of it. You got to actually be better. And that's the weird requirement of men where, and I resent this element of modernity where every solution to all the problems is men must be better. Because there's only so far that goes on a practical, like, wide scale level, right? But it seems like all roads lead back to Rome, and I have to be Caesar. That's really the truth of it, right? All roads lead to Rome, and I am Caesar.
Take control. Take control of your city.
All right, I'm all talked out. We are going to get out of here. You guys have a great night.
None of these niggas have motion except for me. There has to be one real nigga left in America, in this damn country.
It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done.